Okay, welcome everyone. I'm glad everyone came out today. My name is Susan Stamper Smith. I'm with the Helping Hands. I'm one of their therapists. And today we are here for the first session of the drug court. So if you all would, let's go over a few of the ground rules and what my role is and what's going to happen today, okay? Confidentiality. I know at our intakes we talked about confidentiality. I just want to go over it a little bit more again today. My role for confidentiality, I will not discuss anything that's disclosed in the group or individually with anybody unless you release it. There are a few cases that would have to break confidentiality. That would be harm to self, if you all were going to harm yourself, harm to others, or if I have a court order, I would have to, child neglect, child abuse, things of that nature. As far as confidentiality, another thing I just like to throw out there, because we are in a small community, if I see you outside of group, I'm not going to walk up to you and, hey, how you doing? It's not because I want to be rude, it's just I'm trying to keep your confidentiality, so if you're with somebody, you don't have to explain who I am. So it won't be anything personal, it's just I'm trying to keep it, what we have confidential, okay?
Now, will anybody say anything in the group? Like if I say something, can't she go out and say something to somebody else?
Well, we had talked about, in our pre-sessions that we want to keep it confidential, but there is no laws or regulations, honestly, that say, Miss Jayla can't go and say something about you, Miss Kendra. She can, but we hope to build a foundation where we don't go and talk to other people outside the group about what's happening here. It's group confidentiality, but there's, it's going to be based on trust and honoring that trust when we're not in group. Okay? So today, what I would like to start out with is some just group rules. So this way, it can set a tempo and we know what's expected. Anybody want to throw out some ideas of what group rules we should cover or have up there under our group rules?
When someone else is talking, you shouldn't interrupt.
Okay. So, don't interrupt others.
No cell phones.
Oh, thank you. I like that one. No cell phones. And understand, we may have families and stuff, but we'll have a break so that way you can check messages and things if needed. So let's try to keep the cell phones off unless it is an emergency, okay? Anything else?
Respect others.
That's a good one. Thank you.
I think that brings up what I said too about us not talking about what others
What
share.
happens in group stays in group.
That's a good saying. I like that. So, anything else y'all can think of? Well, if something comes up, we can always add, all right? Okay. So if y'all don't mind, I'd like to take notes. That's part of what I have to do. So as we talk and stuff, I'm just going to make general notes. They're just for me to put in to files at a later time after group, okay?
Do we have access to those if we needed to?
You can request to look at them, yes. I would prefer, though, if you want to look at them, once you request, let's sit down and look at them together, because sometimes things in there can be misunderstood and things, so I would like to, if you want to look at them, go over them with you.
Okay. Thank you.
Anything else? No? So let's open up the session by taking turns and just going around and introducing ourselves. Just give a little intro, maybe what brought you to this session, and just share a little bit if you would like to. Anybody want to volunteer to start?
I'll go first.
Okay.
My name's Jayla, and I have a substance use problem. My drug of choice is alcohol.
Okay.
Started drinking a glass here and there, and then it was a bottle, 2 bottles, and I recently got a DUI.
Okay.
Second DUI.
Okay. So you're doing this kind of like a diversion to hopefully get
Got
some
2
help.
kids, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing. Appreciate it. Anybody want to go next, or you just want to
I'll
go
go
on?
next one, I guess. My name's Kendra. I also have had 2 DUIs, and that's why I'm here.
Okay.
It started with just that glass of wine each night to unwind, and started 2 drinks, 3, and then waking up with breakfast with a glass of wine.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's gotten out of hand.
Alrighty. So I'm guessing you got a second DUI, and so you chose to do this.
Yes.
Okay. All right. What do you hope to get out of the class?
Just positive coping skills, so I don't continually rely on the wine and the other alcoholic beverages to deal with my stress from day to day.
Okay. Great. Well, thank you for sharing.
My name's Danielle, and I'm an addict. My drug of choice is any kind of pain medication, opiate. I'm a nurse, and I was originally prescribed medication after a back injury, and it kind of went from there. And I've recently lost my job, and I'm hoping to get my nursing license back for testing positive.
Okay. Wow. That was that a shock to you or a
Yeah.
wake-up call?
It was. I realized I'd really let it get out of control when the doctor prescribed it. I think used it as a coping skill for so long. I'd started purchasing it off the street. I really didn't know how to handle life in general without it. And so now I'm kind of dealing with my back pain and trying to also learn not to use that as a crutch as well.
Okay.
Some more natural remedies.
Okay, well, that's great. Well, thank you for sharing, Danielle. Appreciate it. Well, we all have the common themes, couple of themes going on. We kind of got in trouble, and now we're here. And hopefully, being here, we can learn how to cope without using the substance of choice. So, coming here today, did you all have any fears or concerns or, something that, you maybe were afraid of in coming here today?
That I would be judged.
Be judged. And being judged, what do you mean?
People, I guess, would see me as a bad mom, a bad person, since this is my second DUI. I guess I didn't learn my lesson the first time.
Did you do anything the first time to try to help you?
No, it was kind of like a slap on the wrist since it was my first, but so no, I didn't seek any help like I should have.
Okay. And how do you think people would judge you?
I guess because I didn't learn my lesson the first time, and it's kind of like, I don't know. And I'm just at a low point. My husband, things just aren't going well at home because of this.
Okay. Well, hopefully, these are the steps in the right direction, and your family can see that, and hopefully that works for you. What about you, Kendra?
I think I had the same fears as Jayla, just judgment, that I didn't learn my lesson. I've already lost my husband because of it. We divorced about a year ago because of the first DUI.
Okay.
She said you would think after that you'd learn your lesson and get your act together, but it drove me further into the alcohol.
Okay. Danielle?
I agree with the other girls. I was just ashamed and embarrassed. I'm a professional. I'm supposed to be taking care of people, and I've let my family down financially. They support-wise. I don't have any money. I don't have a job now to support my family, so I just feel alone, like a failure to my kids and my husband. And we've got marital problems as a result, and I just feel like it's a trickle-down effect. I've let a lot of people down in my life.
Okay. Are you all seeking counseling for the marriage part?
I'm not at this time.
Okay. That might be something just to keep in the back of your head that you would like to seek, once you start this and things. That might be a good idea to help you work on that together. Because you do need that support. You need a network of people that can be there for you and support you. Not just be there, but help you through it and support you through it. Do you all have people in your life that could support you?
I mean, my husband kind of said, if you don't go through this program, then it's kind of quits, but he seemed I guess, kind of proud that I am seeking help. So I
Okay.
could see him being a support. And my mom.
Okay, well, that's good. What about you, Kendra? You got anybody?
My mother,
Okay,
she's really supportive.
that's good. And Danielle?
I don't have a lot of close knit family. My mother's deceased and my dad's in jail. So I don't have a lot of family. My family is my husband and my in-laws, so I've really got to make this work. But they are a good support for me. My mother-in-law and my husband, but they just want me to get the help I need.
Okay, well, that's good. And outside of class, I know that you'll have to also do a mandatory other kind of support meeting, the AAs or the NAs. Have you all set those up and started those yet?
Mhm.
Yeah, those are, a great program, and they can also become your support as well as your sponsors. A lot of them have that, so in a time of need, you can call them, or you can even call me. I'm available. And if I'm not here, I do have a co-leader. She's not here today, but Kelsey, one of us will be here, or you can call on any of us at any time, and we do have after hours numbers as well.
Do you have a list of those local meetings?
I
available?
do.
You do?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. I'll get those for you and give them to you after we wrap up class. We'll just go by my office and get them.
Okay, thank you.
But what I want to start working on for the next session is your goals. What are you looking forward to, accomplishing in here? What would you like to see as a group us accomplish together, as well as personal goals? So that will be the homework for our next session. But I do want to thank you for opening up and telling your stories. And hopefully as we go along, we can build on those stories and also start sharing deeper. And also, we'll work on some things to help you know when your triggers are starting to hit. We're going to have a toolbox where you're going to have a lot of skills and resources that you can pull from when you start to feel those cravings or needs. Okay? Well, thank you for coming today. And like I said on our way out, we will definitely stop by my office and I'll give you a sheet of those resources here, okay?
Thank you.
All
Will we
right.
meet with you individually for our goals then?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. We'll put those down and then we'll also do group goals together next session.
Okay.
So that'll be the homework assignment. We're gonna work on
Personal.
personal goals and group
Personal and
goals.
group.
Yeah, just one or two of each to start and we'll build off those, okay?
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you all.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to my office and we'll grab those, okay?
Okay.
All right.